All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. I messed that all up earlier. I said May 27th.
Yeah, I heard it.
Well, we got ready to go on the show. Stat guy pops up, and I think he thought he was muted, but he wasn't muted, so I was trying to mute him.
Yeah,
And then I got all messed up.
Yeah, he was on the phone.
And Jay, this is a professional establishment. You guys need to get it together. I start cracking up.
Yeah, it's a professional establishment. You want to call it the one team? What calls them the Utah Jazz all damn time?
Denver,
yeah, Denver's not Denver Nuggets. The Jazz, Utah Jazz.
Oh yeah, he kills me at that. Scott said, "Hey, who's Utah playing?" He just smiles like he knows.
Yeah, Glenn confused. He said, "This ain't the day before the 500."
Hey, how's it going, Glenn? He said, "How about Detroit falling to 5? I think it's great." Yeah, I don't think Detroit was probably very happy. You have the best chance to get the number 1 pick, and you move all the way you drop all the way to 5.
Well, I know Jay wasn't real happy with 4 either.
I was hoping the Pacers would get up to 4 or 5 just because of that. I figured that Hendricks or I can't remember the other forward that was going to be there, and that's who I'd like to see. I'd like to see him get a bigger guy. At 7, I'm just afraid both of them are going to be gone, and so Glenn, I don't know how you feel about it. I think the Pacers might move up, or I could see them maybe even if they can't find a way to move up, I could see them maybe moving back, trading back.
I don't think about trading back is well.
There's not
there's a very deep draft. Yeah,
it's not a.
You think Houston might?
It's not a real deep draft.
So you think Houston might go after that Hendricks?
I don't know. I know that was somebody Dustin said he heard that they were going to go.
I was doing some reading earlier, and Hendricks sounds like a perfect fit for the Pacers.
I know from what I was listening to yesterday, a lot of people thought Hendricks would be gone by like the 4th, 5th pick.
And then the other dude, Cam something. I think with Villanova.
Yeah,
that he's more of a wing player.
This ain't the day before the 500 yet. No, you don't. You'd be getting all ready for the 500, Glenn.
Billy Buzz, you think
Billy?
Think Celtics going to do it? They're going to. I think the Celtics going to beat Miami. I really do.
Yeah, Glenn, you're right. We was one ping ball away, because and we'd had been right up there at 4th or 5th.
Yeah, pretty much went in order to got to damn Detroit. I know they were pissed. Detroit and Houston both were unhappy because they had some of the best chances. But do you really think that guy's going to play? I don't think he's going to be that big of a star at least the first year or two.
I don't know. I haven't watched. I haven't really seen him play. I've heard a lot about him.
I've seen some tape, but he's awful skinny.
Yeah, that worries me. Is his being so thin, kind of like that Holmgren was. And Billy, to answer your question about the Celtics, he said, "Hell yeah, they are."
I think they're going to beat Miami.
I do. I think they're going to beat Miami.
I think
it'll Miami getting hero backs going to help Miami, but Boston to me has a more complete team. They just got to show up and play every game.
I think Boston Denver series be a hell of a series. Not saying that a Laker Celtic series wouldn't be a good series.
It'd be boring.
How would it be boring?
Did you miss that last night?
I heard something about being boring.
Jay said if the Nuggets made the finals, it was going to be boring.
Why? He was going on about the game last night now, and how great the best player in the NBA was playing. So why would it be boring? I don't know. He needs to take a couple more drinks.
It's going to be boring. Glenn, I agree. He does need some muscle. That is fact.
Well, one thing, it's not like it used to be where the big guys had to be, brutes, because the game's changed. So that helps them some. But I still got to put on some mass.
Yeah. No, I agree. You don't have to play down low as.
Yeah, I wanted to get on the you guys' afternoon show and rib a little bit. And didn't get the opportunity because I wanted to talk about Joker getting bullied.
Yeah.
He was going to get bullied. If that's getting bullied, I'd like to see when he's not getting bullied, what's it going to be like? He's going to get bullied and knocked around and all this shit, and he only had what? How many rebounds was it? 20, 21, 22 rebounds, 34 points, 15, 16 assists. He only had 10 rebounds in the first quarter.
Kind of what the point I was trying to make earlier today, Glenn. Actually,
I don't think they played almost a perfect game. Second half, yeah, I agree with you. Second half, yeah, like I told Chris earlier, I thought the Nuggets first half was about perfect, and I thought the second half of the Lakers was about perfect. And people said they made adjustments and shut down Denver. Denver still scored 60 points in the second half. Scored 72 in the first and 60 in the second. I don't think you shut them down. You might Jokic may have not scored a lot, but the other players did. And
Billy, I love it. If Jay didn't drink during his shows, it would be boring laughing out loud.
That's kind of true.
Oh man, that is a good one. No wonder I can't find it because I didn't share it. Yeah, they almost pulled even there. But.
Yeah, well, like I've been telling Chris that if the rebounds stay like it is, Lakers got out rebounded by 18 rebounds. If they continue to get out rebounded like that, I think they're done.
Oh yeah, they can't get out rebounded like that every game and expect to win the series.
No, I think they're going to be in deep trouble. And I honestly think if Denver wins this game 2 at home, I think Lakers are in deep trouble.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see what happens. Got another game tonight. See how it goes with the Celtics and the Heat.
Yep. Hockey don't start up till Thursday. My team don't play till Friday.
I hate how many days these leagues take off.
I got a bone to pick with you. Jumping on the Carolina bandwagon, hockey.
No, I'm not on the Carolina bandwagon. I said that last night as a joke because
if you're gonna jump on any bandwagon, it should be the Vegas bandwagon.
Yeah, I said that as a joke last night because them two were teaming up together. Frankie and Jay was teamed up together, kind of a Logan. So that's why that's why I said that was.
If you're gonna jump on any bandwagon, it should be the freaking Vegas bandwagon. Where the hell do you live? You should be on the Vegas bandwagon. I know we don't live in Vegas, but you live in my house. I'm a Vegas fan. You should be a Vegas fan, not no damn Carolina fan.
Glenn said to get shut down, you need to come out with a W.
Good point.
I can't stand LeBron. Let's go Nuggets. Tony really stopped the show to ask you that. Laughing my ass off. Oh man, now I forget where I was. Okay, yeah. Okay. But oh, what a day it's been already. Where were you going to start at?
I don't care.
I guess we'll start in baseball because I thought the show was going to start closer to 3. So I want to get this pick out there. I had the Reds at the +1.5 against the Rockies.
It's already started now.
Well, it's been wrote down since this morning. I couldn't get it out there because
that's your fault.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll go ahead and start. We'll go ahead and start in baseball because I don't know if there's any. Some of these games start early today.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that might be. I'm pretty sure that's the only game.
I made sure I didn't pick anything until after 4:00 because I know how you are with your show.
But I do like the Reds and Reds at the +1.5 against the Rockies. You have Ashcraft on the mound today, so I like that. Which the Reds are up 2-0, 2-0 now.
It's easy to pick that shit now.
Yeah. Twins and Dodgers are playing right now. Dodgers are up one run. Damn. Dodgers lost last night, didn't they?
Twins put it on them. I know. Your mom probably watched it.
Yes, I know she was watching. I don't know if she watched all of it. I know she was.
She gets mad, man.
You have Arizona and Oakland playing right now. That's 0-0, top of second. Phillies and Giants is 0-0, first inning. Okay, so the next game I like is the Kansas City Royals at the San Diego Padres. It starts here in about 15 minutes. Padres are 1.5 run favorites, minus 275 on the money line. Royals are plus 225 on the money line.
You want to push the show back till after that starts so you can see if you can get a couple runs?
Yeah. Why not? Hey, why not? Hey, you take any advantage you can get.
That's right.
What's Mike King say?
Hey, it ain't cheating, it's competing. Hey, just like Damien said, all sports are rigged. Why do they call it entertainment? They don't call sports entertainment. That's just WWE. Jeez, peas, Damien.
I
let it go.
That was funny. Oh man. But the Royals are plus 225 underdogs, over unders 8.5.
I caught that. I almost put Damien, what the hell? But I didn't. I let it
go. Royals are 13-31 on the season, 7-14 on the road. They have Hernandez on the mound tonight. That's a 4.54 ERA. And the Royals are 16-24 as underdogs. Padres have Darvish on the mound. He has a 3.16 ERA. They're 11-14 as a favorite. I like the Padres at the minus 1.5 in this game.
Yep, she remembers him.
What the hell happened here?
I don't. You turned it off. I guess you got mad. We're trying to get on the Reds game.
Yeah, but there it goes. I don't know what the hell's going on. She acting.
Yeah, she likes her Dodgers.
Isn't Steve a Dodgers fan?
Yep.
You a Dodgers fan? I thought
all my family's a bunch of goofs. They Dodger fans, Giants fans, Giants and Dodgers. I think Steve was a Giant fan at one time. Switched to Dodgers. The rest of them was pretty much Giants.
Wasn't some
Carl Norris?
Okay,
that's the only one I remember.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. Them.
Yeah, he's a big Tiger fan. But I was the Reds fan. Even your grandpa was a Reds fan. He said he wasn't a Reds fan, but he listened to every freaking game. I think he was a Giants fan converted to a Dodger fan.
Okay,
I believe. And Steve, Dodger fan. Junior and Richard, Giants fan.
It has to be Norris. I was thinking of him.
He was a big Tigers fan.
Okay. The next game I like is going to be the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Yankees are 1.5 run favorites, minus 118 on the money line. Blue Jays are even money on the money line. Over unders set at 8. Yankees have Garrett Cole on the mound. He has a 2.22 ERA. The Blue Jays have Bassett on the mound, who has a 3.49 ERA. I like the Yankees here at the on the money line at the minus 118. Next game in Major League Baseball I like is the Tampa Bay Rays at the New York Mets. Mets are 1.5 run favorites. They are minus 126 on the money line. The Rays are plus 108 on the money line. Over unders at 8.5 runs. The Rays have Fleming on the mound. He has a 4.26 ERA. The Rays are 4-1 this season as an underdog. The Mets are Mets have Senga on the mound, who has a 4.14 ERA, and they are 10-23 on the season as a favorite. So the Mets have not played well when they've been favorites. I like the Rays here at the plus 1.5. And in my last game I like in Major League Baseball, Chicago Cubs and the Houston Astros. Astros are 1.5 run favorites at home, minus 166 on the money line. Cubs are plus 140 on the money line. Over-unders at 8.5 runs. The Cubs have Smiley on the mound. He has a 3.05 ERA. Houston has France on the mound. He has a 0.72 ERA. Smiley, I think, is 4-0 on the season, and France is 1-0 on the season. I'm gonna go with Houston here at home on the money line. So my picks for the Major League Baseball: Reds plus 1.5, Padres minus 1.5, Yankees money line, Rays plus 1.5, and the Houston Astros on the money line.
Okay, my Major League Baseball parlay. Well, I'm just doing 5 games. I got the Angels at Baltimore. I'll take Baltimore money line. I got Washington at Miami money line. Yankees money line at Toronto. Atlanta money line at Texas. And Chicago at Houston. I'll take Houston money line. Billy Buzz says said he's a Red Sox fan. Red Sox, Reds, 75 World Series, definitely one of the top 5 World Series of all time. Maybe the best World Series of all time. Man, that was a great World Series. Of course, I like it probably a little bit better than Billy Buzz since the Reds won it, but won that one.
Yeah, man, the Red Sox are so streaky, Billy. One week they're pounding the ball and are killing teams, and the next week they're getting the ball pounded on them and getting killed.
Well, the whole division, man, is playing pretty well. I know Tampa Bay's up, 5, 6, 7 games up on everybody, but that whole division, I think, is over 500. So that's a pretty strong division right now. I heard today that the Reds trying to get their 20th win today, and they didn't get that last year till after June. I think June 7th.
Yeah, well, we only won one game in April.
Yeah.
2 games in April last year.
1 or 2 games in April. Well, it was like May 4th or May 5th. We had 4 wins, something like that.
So that was a great World Series.
Yeah, it was one of the greatest of all time. It's not my favorite because my favorite was the next year when we swept the Yankees. I got to go to that, so I got to go to a game. I got to go to game 2, so that's my favorite. But the better series was the Reds. Like I said, that may be the greatest World Series of all time because it was just awesome. Great games.
All right, NBA. There is no NHL tonight, is there?
Nope, don't start till tomorrow.
We got one NBA game tonight. Miami Heat, Boston Celtics, game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics are 8-point favorites, minus 360 on the money line. The Heat are plus 290 on the money line. Over-unders at 211.5. I like the Celtics here tonight, game 1 on the minus 8. And then I'm gonna go with the over the 211.5. The Heat average scoring 110 points per game. Celtics average 115 points per game. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of torn on the over/under just because both these teams can play pretty good defense. But I'm gonna go with the over for the game 1.
Yeah, I'm going over the 211. I'm not picking a winner. I'm going over the 211.5. Let me ask you about that Miami or let's say Miami or Boston, whoever wins that series, either one. Let's go with Boston first because they're the favorite. They win that series. How do you think they match up with the Lakers or Denver? Do you think they have the defense that can?
They match up, I think, pretty good. They don't have the big man per se that scores a lot. Like they don't have that big, powerful center that just comes in and scores a lot of points. But you do have Williams and Horford, a couple of big guys that you could battle against Davis or Jokic with on defense. And the Celtics they're a pretty deep team as well. So
Jokic is a bad matchup because he can play so much away from the basket. That makes it kind of a bad matchup.
And his passing.
Yeah, well,
he's such a good passer for a big man. But I think Boston matches up with the Lakers or Denver better than what the Miami Heat do. In my opinion, I think if Boston beats the Heat, I think it's going to be a better championship series, no matter if it's the Lakers or the Nuggets, than if it's the Heat.
I'm gonna let you close things out. I gotta take this.
Well, Billy had a question real quick.
Okay.
Do you remember what the ticket prices was back then?
I don't. I that's the heck. I was in 8th grade when I went to the 76 World Series. I'm gonna say it's like maybe
Probably not very.
I'm gonna say between $15 and $30. I know that's a wide range.
Glenn said Billy probably $2 to sit behind a plate.
We went. My dad worked for a guy that owned a business, a factory, and we got to set a lot behind. We didn't for the World Series because he used those tickets, but he got extra tickets for the World Series, and they were out in left field. We got those, but we set a lot. We went to a lot of Reds games, set behind home plate all the time. Got to see a lot of great players. Pirates. Got to see Willie Stargell and then Vinny Stannard. We got to see. We went to a lot of Giants games. Matter of fact, I got to see George Foster when he played for the Giants before he went to the Reds. So. Yeah, I don't remember the ticket prices.
I swear, man. 1 minute the Reds defense looks pretty good. Next minute they look like a little league team. With that play they just made there, wow. So I like the Celtics at the -8 and the over the 211.5 in tonight's basketball game. I'm looking forward to watching that. Last night's game was second half was fun to watch. First half, it looked like it was just going to be a blowout. So I was like, oh, this is going to be. But Glenn said I sat in left field for game 3 of NLDS when Scott Rowland dropped that ball at third. Oh, I remember that. We're actually going to watch the Reds and the Yankees this Sunday. They play like at 11:45 Sunday morning. One of the games that's going to be on Peacock. We're going to that game on Sunday. So Glenn, we won't. I don't know if you're going to Warrior Pro this Sunday. We won't be at Warrior Pro on Sunday because we're going to the Reds game. A couple other picks I did have. I was going to give out today before we get out of here was PGA Tour Championship this week. I gave for the Masters. I gave out the Rahm and he won it. I like Rahm at the plus 850 and Justin Thomas at plus 3,200. Them are my two favorites for the PGA this weekend. That starts tomorrow morning. I think at like 7:00 in the morning or something tomorrow. Starts on ESPN Plus, and you can watch it on ESPN in the afternoon. But yeah, I'm going to go with Rahm at the plus 850. And Justin Thomas at plus 3,200. The favorite is Scotty Scheffler at plus 750. You got McIlroy as the third favorite at plus 1,300. Then Xander Schauffele plus 1,700. Cantley at plus 1,900. Koepka at plus 2,100. But I like Rahm and Justin Thomas. They're going to be my two picks for the PGA. Yeah, I thought you were going to be at the track, but I couldn't remember for sure, Glenn. And then they also have a Super Boost here on FanDuel. PGA Super Boost. Get Koepka and Rahm to each shoot 70 or better in round 1 at plus 250. I don't think that's a bad bet either. Koepka's just a little bit more hit and miss. Rahm has been on fire here lately. I think he's already won 4 tournaments this year. So that's going to be my picks for the PGA. Rahm plus 850, Justin Thomas at plus 3,200. I'll recap our picks one more time. Oh, I didn't even talk about it. Yesterday. My picks were 4 and 2. That puts me at 286 and 229 on the year. Tonight's picks: NBA Celtics -8, and I like the over the 211.5 in that game. And then in the Major League Baseball, Reds plus 1.5, Padres -1.5, Yankees money line, Rays plus 1.5, and the Houston Astros on the money line. And then of course, PGA John Rahm plus 850, Justin Thomas plus 3,200. I want to thank everybody for joining us. We'll be back. Oh, yeah, Glenn. Who do you like for the 500? I usually listen to it. I've never been to a 500. I need to go. I usually listen to it on the radio every year, and then sometimes I watch the replay because most of the time it's blacked out here. Yeah, can't get it live. Pato Award. Okay. Was going to go to the soccer game Saturday, but between the home opener for the Fever, then pole day Sunday, and carb day. Yeah, you got a lot going on, Glenn. I knew you had a NASCAR trip coming up, and then you had the. I knew you won carb day tickets and 500 tickets. Yeah, we're going to watch this Sunday. Watch the Reds, and then next weekend or next Saturday we're going to be in Kokomo for AACW. Got a steel cage match between Blake Wright and the ladies' man Mike King, and then also Christian Cash puts his career on the line in a steel cage against Justin Terrell on the 27th. So that's going to be a good one. Billy says Scott Dixon. And then we're just keep finding out about more wrestling shows that are coming up that we're getting invited to. So we'll have a lot of announcements coming on that tip real soon. Also, I'm going to make a graphic for it today. Tomorrow at 6:00, we're going to do a special GWR. Since we didn't get to do Gonzo's Wrestling Room on Monday with me being not feeling well, myself, Dad, and Marcus Fine are going to do one tomorrow at 6:00. So join us tomorrow for GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. I know we're going to talk a little bit about the Comic-Con shows. We'll talk a little bit about Bearcat Rumble 3, and then of course we'll talk some of the old school wrestling like we normally do. So come join us for that. Working on getting some interviews set up I know at least have one for next week. Once I find out the day, I'll get it announced. But working on getting some interviews set up for next week, and get back on getting some of these interviews done. I got a few people I'm going to be contacting and waiting on a couple responses, but I know if everything goes right, we're going to have at least one, maybe two. We actually might have two people on at the same time next week, working on that. But we appreciate everybody watching. Hope everybody has a great day. This has been Easy Money, a sports betting show. Don't forget, you can also find Easy Money, a sports betting show on Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts. If you want to listen to podcast form, go check it out. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. We'd greatly appreciate it. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. That's where we post all the information about our upcoming shows. But hope everybody has a great Wednesday evening, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 3:00 for another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Have a great night.